The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster Sampler that includes all the meat in 4 sides. Mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98 KUPD.
This is the first time it ever. Only 100 years ago?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
The first time it was performed was in London.
Successfully. Let's say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
1921 in London. Don't have the person's name. But
They didn't even keep them. They know that the great John Holmberg, the Swedish blackface comedian, invented the rubber chicken. They don't know who the first guy to saw a woman in half was, but they know the date?
yeah.
Seems like you could trace that. They know the date. They know where it happened. They don't know who did it. Yes, the woman's still around to tell us.
All button mushrooms used to be brown until 1926, when a mushroom farmer in Pennsylvania found a cluster of white buttons. They were growing in his beds, the garden beds, and he cloned them and began selling them as a new variety.
I'm still struggling with your first thing. How do you have it documented, the day, the place, and the event, and not who did it? That's like saying...
That's me. We could look it up. In 1921, the first magician that came up with that deal.
Look it up, Brett. First guy to saw a woman in half successfully.
Had to have been that guy in London.
What guy? That's
the
the point.
magician that came up with the
But I'm
whole
wondering,
bit.
how come your entire process here, through this thing, they didn't include the name? It just seems lacking.
They do that a lot.
Do
on
they?
the fun facts.
On your fun facts list?
Yeah.
It's like saying a guy ran for 123 yards Sunday for the Panthers against Houston, and you say who? And I'm like, we don't know. We didn't write that down.
Jan Glenrose.
There you go. Jan Glenrose.
Oh, wait a
Simple as
minute. That was in rehearsal, and Betty Barker was on stage. So I guess the first one might not have been so successful, or
They decided not to drag it out on
I
stage.
guess
Is it
so.
Jan or Jan?
Jan. Has to be Jan.
I don't know.
Because it's not a woman magician.
Yeah.
And there were
No. The guy was Percy Selbit.
He's the first
That was
one
the
that did it
magician.
on stage.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in rehearsals,
The woman was Jan Glenrose.
Jan
and
was
then
sawed in half.
Betty was the one on stage.
Was the assistant.
Gotcha.
Right.
Jan was the dummy, just in case it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably the ugly one.
Yeah. She's the hideous pig that barely fit in the box. But then Betty was the hot piece. She went out there.
Magic Percy was the one who saw it.
But
Yeah.
it's as simple as that. Simple as an internet search.
Let's see if we can find what Betty looks like.
A man for the Diamondbacks hit 3 home runs yesterday against, we didn't write down his name, but it was a great thing. We're going to document everything but his name. It just seems
I
like
guess they figure on the, that's on me a little bit. I could have gotten
Sure.
a name. I do that sometimes.
Oh, you're not thorough at all. But I'm saying.
But I guess the point of the 100th anniversary.
But wouldn't you be curious? Weren't you curious when you read it?
I thought, not so much on this one. I thought,
No kidding. It sparked you enough to tell us about it, not who did it.
Yeah.
An odd lack of curiosity in the wrong spot. Sorry. Because I was immediately like, I wonder who did it. Just need a name. Was it Houdini?
Got the location.
Yeah, you got everything.
Yeah.
And they had the name. Why not include it in the fact?
I didn't need to hear about that magic limey.
But you knew it was a limey. It happened in London.
There she is.
This is the first lady to get
It
sawed
looks
in
like,
half.
yeah, I believe so.
There she is coming out of the box, so to speak. Pretty awesome. Imagine that crowd. We take it for granted now, the sawing a lady in half, but that dude rolls that out and busts out that big saw at the time. You're like, what the? You don't think about her balling up in there. Ugh. And then you got to figure out how to get that. Oh, because Jan was probably the feet.
No, she's the assistant that maybe rolls the, once they're sold in half.
No, the girl
they roll
Betty's
around.
inside there, but they have to have a second girl for the feet.
Well, it's
That's the
Well, it says
like they have another one laying up underneath you. The whole I've seen the box.
Yeah.
So
they're
under
balled
it,
up in there.
Yeah,
The
the girl that gets in balls up. The second one has her feet. It goes through the box, but she's just under it, and her feet go up a little bit and dangle out the other half.
I think he does. We'll have to see it again. But usually they have an assistant after he saws. They wheel it around.
Right.
So could be 3 people involved.
Well, there's 3 people involved every time because you got a girl in half the.
Now I want to know if that second one sided is the one folded up.
Well, you got to consider that the girl that you thought got cut in half.
Jan's head.
Right. She's balled up in the first part. The second part is another girl all balled up underneath it with her feet hanging out. Probably the ugly Jan.
Yeah.
Betty was the hottie. You get the magician's the one who rolls the box out. Then the hot girl gets in it. But there's already somebody laying in there.
But they gave Jan top billing.
Yeah, because the other one, no, they gave Betty top billing. Jan got recognized as the first one to do it in rehearsal. She's hanging out the bottom of that thing. But the first time through, that audience had to lose their minds.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they started to put movies up on screens, people ran away because they thought giant people were coming at them. That's how dumb society was in the 19-teens.
We haven't got much smarter, though.
No, we're pretty stupid now.
R. Kelly is afraid of flying. Travels by bus. All the
School
years
bus.
of touring. Even though he has, I believe I can
Come on,
fly.
Brady. I was very proud of that one. Thank you very much.
According to this, there's a pretty good chance you work with a psychopath.
Yeah.
A new study found that
we do
4.5% of the general population are psychopaths. That's about 1 in 22 people.
Whoa.
And the top jobs for psychos?
IT.
Marcus?
Marcus is a psychopath. There's no question.
Oh, yeah, listen to music he plays.
CEO, lawyer, TV or radio personality,
Yep.
salesperson, surgeon, journalist, priest, police officer, chef, politician.
All jobs where a heavy amount of ego is involved.
The lowest rated for psychopaths, social workers, nurses, therapists, artisans or artisans.
That's right.
And craftsmen, stylists, charity workers, teachers, artists, physicians, accountants. I would think physicians.
Doctors and physicians.
But up there if you're talking about the ego side of it. But maybe
what's the difference? I thought doctors were
helping
on the
people.
first one.
No, they weren't.
No.
Surgeon.
Oh, surgeon.
Maybe there's
Physicians, they're talking about people that wander off to clinics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Helping massive amounts of poor people or something. Doing their jobs, but doing it for the greater good rather than for money. What you listed off with the people that are successful. This is a class war thing you just started because successful people now you've just all stereotyped as psychopaths.
A woman in Russia is suing McDonald's for tempting her so much that she ate a cheeseburger and broke her Lent fast. She's accusing McDonald's of violating the consumer protection law, seeking $14 in damages.
I guess God.
14.
She wants her combo meal back.
Here's my argument. Your love for God isn't as strong as the taste of a McDonald's
Totally
cheeseburger.
agree.
Yeah, you wildebeest.
So you know, there's also probably some
God
of that.
tempted you and you failed.
God didn't tempt you. You're supposed to love him with all your heart and soul and be willing to give up whatever you want. But a burger commercial was like, that's too far. I didn't see this coming.
She's an Orthodox Christian and says that in April of 2019.
Orthodox. Nothing about her is Orthodox.
Made it most of the way through Lent, but then saw McDonald's. Couldn't help herself.
At least when you're burning in hell. And that'll be the worst part. You're just going to get flame broiled burgers down there. You're not getting any of those McDonald's ones. You get Burger King in hell.
She wants McDonald's to compensate her for the moral damage in the amount of 1,000 rubles, which is about $14.
Goes back to my theory. I don't think anybody actually believes any of the things that they claim. If a McDonald's burger is too tempting, then you didn't love them that much. You're not that religious.
Donald Gorski is from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. He's in the Guinness World Record for the most Big Macs eaten since 1999. He's still at it.
He wants his $14 back.
He recently got his record updated to 32,340. He was in the Super Size Me documentary by Morgan Spurlock back in the day. He started eating the Big Macs in 1972, averaged 2 a day since then.
That's pretty good. And he's how old?
Although at the beginning he was having 9 a day.
Oh, my God.
How old is he?
I don't have his age.
How much does this dude weigh?
Yeah,
9
well,
a
that and the
day?
fact that he's not going to get through his 50s.
He's in his 60s.
He is?
He's been eating Big Macs over the past 50 years.
What's this guy's name?
He might be in his mid-50s. He's not much longer. Well, I guess maybe if that's all he's eating.
Yeah.
His body's just used to it. Yeah, what's this guy's name?
He keeps himself in good shape by staying active, walking 6 miles a day. Donald Gorski.
Check him out. Brett's going to do all your research during the show.
Thank you.
Was he chopped in half by a magician by chance? It would be a perfect circle.
Let's see here.
And by the way, I bet he is a perfect circle when you find a picture of him. Guy's going to be Cartman.
That'd be him.
Walking 6 miles a day. They said he's pretty good shape.
To a McDonald's. Don't, Brady. Don't start training with that regimen.
It's like some hippie.
Oh, I remember this guy from The Thing. He looks like a bad John Lennon impressionist. He's in no kind of shape, but
It's a little emo.
I don't think he eats the burgers. I think he has sex with them. He looks like one of those.
He's ate 30,000 Big Macs.
32,240.
It's been boosted up.
Oh, well, yeah, this article is
It's a few years old.
2019.
Yeah. That weirdo is banging the burgers.
A 31-year-old guy in North Carolina named Charles Carr. You might want to look up his...
Yeah. Do some research on this next guy.
Jesus Christ.
He broke into someone's
Brett and
house
Brady report.
and stole a bunch of stuff, including 4 military medals earned in Vietnam. 2 of them were Purple Hearts. And the guy who earned them isn't with us anymore.
Right.
But his name was Daniel Laws. And you can imagine his family's upset when you realize the medals were gone. Thankfully, the cops were able to connect Charles to the crime after he traded one of the Purple Hearts for a Mountain Dew, specifically the Mountain Dew Code Red. The guy who traded with him saw a story about the missing medals on TV and came forward, so the family got one of the Purple Hearts back. Last we heard, though, Charles is still on the run. The other 3 medals haven't been returned. Get some Mountain Dew out there. You might be able to get them.
It's a good question, though. I don't know the answer to. But what happens if you're like a single guy, you don't have family, and you have Purple Hearts, and you die? Do they go like...
Where do they go?
Yeah.
That's up to
Family's
You're
part of
talking
the
about-
estate.
There isn't any family.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if he's just a guy who dies by himself, didn't have kids, didn't get married, doesn't
They
have...
have those stories
then
that
it
they
then
can
go
back
to the
war.
state or to the...
Well, I
What would
think
they
it
do,
goes
though?
to the military. Like you can bring it to a
It goes back?
recruitment branch, and they'll either
Recycle
dispose
it.
of them or they'll make a proper.
They dispose of them?
No, I don't know what
Oh,
they do.
That's what I'm
I don't
asking
know what
for.
they do.
I would think they'd put him like in a museum
Yeah,
or
that's what I
something. Or, yeah,
Where is
You'd have to have no living relatives at
Right.
all. Then it would probably go back there. But
And that happens. Like people are like, he
Yeah.
just died alone
outlived everyone.
or just didn't have anybody.
Some woman was sitting in a car in a parking lot at a lighthouse in Santa Cruz last Thursday, and a random guy opened her passenger door because the guy thought it was his car. He went into the wrong car. The lady panics, punches it, goes off a cliff.
Oh, gee.
10-footer.
Still a cliff.
Yep. Did some good damage to her SUV because she was scared. She thought this random guy came in on the passenger
Sure.
side. There's a photo of it, of them lifting the
Buried
SUV off
into
the
the thing.
beach.
By the way, Scott Haynes has asked, Brady, 32,000 Big Macs. How many ounces of semen is that?
Special sauce.
What are they, a quarter pound each? I don't know what it is. It's a great question, Scott. Brady will have your answer in lickety split, so to speak. Blech.
1.2 million gallons.
It could be. It's as accurate as your last assessment.
This recent survey found out that 83% of us plan on eventually ordering everything online within the next 5 years.
Until they come up with something better. It's the better way to do stuff.
NASA is hiring people to pretend to live on Mars for a year.
I'll do it.
They posted the job on Friday.
It's called Tucson. This will be easy.
They're accepting applications until 17th, but they're not taking. They're not just taking anyone. So, the ideal candidate would be between 30 and 55.
Me.
Have a master's degree in STEM field.
Me.
Like
Give me 6
engineering or
months.
math.
I can make that look like I've got that. Brady, you with the math thing.
Yeah. But I'm outside of the 55, right on the bump.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're too old to live on Mars.
But
Sorry.
they'll also accept applications from people with a bachelor's degree
Me.
and some relevant experience.
On Mars?
The 4 people who get chosen will live in a 1,700 square foot enclosed space with no windows for a year.
It's the real world Mars.
They'll only eat astronaut food, Dippin' Dots and Tang,
All right, I'm out.
I'm doing it.
and limited contact with friends and family online. It's not clear how much it pays, but you can head to NASA's website if
If
you
you have a
apply.
master's degree in stem cell
You're not
technology,
sitting around drinking Tang.
they better pay me a pretty penny to play pretend I'm on Mars for Dippin' Dots and Tang. 17 grand a year, but you get a free place to stay. I'm like, I get 6 roommates, asshole. I'm Puck. You're paying the hell
And
out of me
one
for
of them's
this.
drinking all the
yeah,
Tang.
I'm getting like $10 million for this to be your Puck on Mars. It's not happening.
By the way, apparently you can return any medal to a veterans charity.
Okay, that's what I was curious
they'll
about.
take
That wasn't a
care of it.
cruddy question. That's actually
No,
kind of
no,
real.
it was a good question.
45-year-old James Williams was doing some drinking with a friend, Key West, Florida, last Wednesday. He was with another guy and 2 women. Sounds like they're all vacationing together.
Mom swap.
They were heading back to their hotel around 2:30 in the morning. One of the women passed out, so James put her in a wheelbarrow. He found and started pushing her, which is kind of visually
What,
funny.
a wheel barrel?
A wheelbarrow.
There you go.
There you go.
What?
Sorry. I do call
Oh, no, it's happening. That's what I be doing. I just heard wheelbarrow, and I pictured something totally different.
Well, the other guy got upset after James dumped some beer on him, on the drunk girl passed out.
In the wheelbarrow.
Yes. They got into a fight. Some punches were thrown, and then the Mike Tyson-esque.
Oh, no. He bit him?
Yeah, he took a chunk of his ear off. The cops weren't actually able to recover the chunk
Oh,
missing,
it's still out there.
but they arrested James, aggravated battery. James got a couple of
Oh, he took a
punches.
shot.
Yeah.
He took a left hook. Oh, man. his whole face is all... He's got the Bell's palsy. But he won the fight because he ate half the other guy.
Yeah, he got the ear.
Hey, it's street fighting, man.
About you.
Whatever. This guy's got bad intentions. I'll bite your ear off if you want to fight me in the middle of the road. I got a dead chick in a wheelbarrow. I got to get out of this pickle.
Let's get to some Brady videos.
I sent you one, Richard.
You sent me one
I sent you
on email?
yeah,
Okay.
to your
I got
page one.
I got to look it up.
I've got another little brief Wild America
Okay.
Brady video.
Oh, you want to go? Well,
The guy in Alaska.
are you doing it?
Hello, my friends. I'm Brady Bogan, and this is your Wild America. We have another dude that's really calm when a bear is passing by, leisurely walking by the
thing.
guy.
Yeah.
It seems to be a trend, but
Is the bear on 2 feet again? That's all I'm worried
no, it's
about.
on all fours,
Right,
walking the
poodle backing
hiking
away.
path.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this guy has encountered the bear before, or that's how he just addresses all bears that he encounters.
That's why I don't go to Los Angeles. There's too many killer bears. I won't do it.
He's like, "Hey, bear."
So he knows the bear.
It
Well
sounds
enough
like
to-
it.
all right. So he's walking around bear country. So he's just
Yeah, in Alaska, which is
he's comfortable with the idea that bears are close by. Is it a grizzly? Oh yeah, no, that's a legit 13-footer there.
two-
Oh man,
look at the size of that.
I'm not comfortable with
Here's
this video.
Here's not comfortable. Now watch the turnaround. He's like,
You know what?
wait a tick.
He comes back. Oh. So he smelled and then like nothing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That might have been food. Oh, is that horrifying?
I just noticed someone's coming out of the outhouse or whatever.
Yeah. Here's what I discovered when I was in Alaska. They have about 14 islands called Grizzly Island. Everywhere you went, everywhere we were in Ketchikan, which just had a nightmare. Something going on in Ketchikan this weekend that was bad. I was watching that. Ketchikan, we're standing out there. There's a little tiny little spot, and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of Grizzly Island." It's not an island. There's no water around it. It's just where they hang out. It's like a trash thing. And they're like, "That's Grizzly Island." I'm like, "Oh, is that officially named that?" Yeah. And I said, because we were just down in Prince Rupert in Canada, and they had Grizzly Island. They got 2 of them actually, and they take you on this boat by Grizzly Island, and they're just standing on the shore.
Checking things out.
They're all over the place.
Hoping you come
The
closer.
boat goes by, and they're standing with their hands out like they're playing defense for the Bucks. They're just their arms are out, and they're kind of up and down, looking and smelling the air, and then going back because we had a boat full of crab. We were crab fishing.
Your best friends.
Oh, that's what it was. In Ketchikan, they had one of those the expeditions for the cruises. A plane crashed. One of the let's go take a look around Ketchikan for no reason. There's nothing there. But Grizzly Island, every stop we had, all right, we'll go over there on the boat by Grizzly Island. Then we'll hit the iceberg. I'm like, that's the 9th Grizzly Island. All of them are just coated in those 10 and 12-foot giants. They're amazing.
Huge. And I just remember from the great documentary Grizzly Man, his tactical error out of the years that he's going over there was either September or October. Yeah. They start feeding like crazy to hunker down for hibernation.
Yeah.
That's why I posted a picture of a gigantic bear the other day.
For crying out loud. You all right?
Yeah, he's ahead of schedule on hibernating.
They had a gigantic beer you put on. That would be more entertaining, just a big can of beer on Brady's page. You have a picture of a bear on your...
Yeah. It's the fattest bear I've ever seen.
Check it out on...
Said he's ahead of schedule on hibernation.
Oh, you made a joke, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To all the other comatose Instagram users.
Big payoff.
Oh, the payoff was... I thought I saw a couple wrecks on the freeway. Must have been from your page and all the laughter.
Have you seen?
Let's take a look at. There's Brady looking at a fat bear, and it's just a photo, Brady.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
just a picture you found on the internet off of like.
Stole a photo.
Does it have a watermark on it? You shouldn't be allowed to use
I
it.
reposted it.
That's the legalese.
Yeah. What incredibly boring person sent that you thought, wow, I should put this up as well. Oh.
Every now and then, there's not original content. That's.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Every now and then, there's not.
Yeah.
You should have a caption contest to see who's worse than you at. You're going to come in first every time. He has 32,000 Big Macs.
Getting sawed in half.
Man, oh man.
The next one is a girl getting her oil checked.
Oh.
Girl's getting hurt.
All right. What?
Now, hold on a second.
Yeah. She squats down and doesn't see the little post.
Before we play this, can I add a sound effect to your Instagram page? We have to include this in all of them.
On the one post with a comment?
No.
On all of them?
Everything you put up there.
All right, I need that.
Hey, it's Brady. This is a fat bear. Sorry.
Go ahead. This lady's somebody's putting something in her butt.
Squats down.
Oh, what did she
sit
sit
on?
on?
Hip stick.
Oh, it's a little. That goes in. That goes in.
Oh, yeah. It's a little rack.
It's a little shoe rack with a decorative ball. Oh, that's in.
She don't have a little rack, though.
I know. She looks pretty good. She looks like that's happened to her before, by the way. The way she's dressed, she goes back there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Watch this, Larry.
Sorry, Larry.
Dip.
And they're like speed dancing to Whitney Houston.
Yeah, something very slow.
That's I believe the children are. Depend on. I believe. And that's like a cover version of Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Well, they might have been singing their own karaoke, John, and dancing
and throwing things in their butt.
Amongst their shoes.
All right.
Looks like it's not the best room to do it in.
No, that's weird.
You tell me when
This
you
one
want me
pops
to play
up.
yours, John, at the end.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay.
Let's get through Brady's first. I mean, he
getting
might have
hurt.
another picture of a fat animal.
I don't have any more
what a
fat
shame.
animals.
Shoot.
I will. That comes from the Chunky Kingdom
There's a-
Instagram.
Are you looking for yourself in there? Why would you ever
Yeah,
go?
every now and then.
Do you think you could be elected
real.
king?
The Chunky Kingdom?
Chunky Kingdom's a place.
Yeah. You'd be like King Moonracer there. Who are you at the Chunky Kingdom? These are the island of misfit chunkies.
Another girl getting hurt.
It's real.
It's a real.
Brady found it.
This is so stupid.
The Chunky Kingdom.
Yeah.
That's something.
What are you trying to relate? Do you realize how much psychology you need?
Nothing. It's randomly. It's nothing. Yeah.
You need all sorts of work.
I bet the animals have fat people too. See?
This is a real thing.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is so stupid.
It's just fat animals. And there's that bear Brady
There's
loves
the bear.
so much. What is that?
I don't know.
What is that, Brady?
I'm blanking. Not a Tasmanian devil. It's a what's
Wallaby?
the name of it?
Wallabies
No,
are smaller.
That thing's just a fat, ugly thing.
it's in New Zealand. What is the name of that?
I have a name for
Forever
it,
to
but I
transfer
can't
over
say it out loud. People would be mad.
Wow, a fat
Look at this
whale.
one.
Beluga. That I don't know if it's
I think
real.
that animal's
thing's
called
just-
I just wrote down a name that everybody would laugh at in the room, but I think that's I think it was either a wallaby or one of these, Brady.
Yeah, oh,
It's just nothing but. Wow. All right.
fat animals.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Are you subscriber
Okay.
number 1 there?
No.
How many followers are on Chunky Kingdom?
48,000 followers.
See, Brady, you can't steal from Chunky Kingdom and try to add to your collection.
Next one's another girl getting hurt.
You should have Chunky Kingdom, but I'm working on it as an Instagram page.
Chunky Kingdom, but I'm working on it.
A lot of befores and afters.
Don't be judgy.
All right, this one's good. Whoa! What just fell on her?
Traffic light.
The
Basically.
whole traffic light just fell down.
She pops right back up.
Was somebody messing with it? Or it just went over? Where are they? Oh, yeah, they're pushing it. Oh, it's one of those old-timey street stick traffic lights, too. Man. Being foreign sounds awful.
Yeah.
Oh, that light went over like nothing. And Jesus, it just, hey? Wow.
Yeah, she got up and got the green light.
All right. Terrible. What is going on over there today? Boo. You know what? Spin him in his goddamn chair till he throws up. What's the matter with you?
Take a lap.
Next one's a guy on a jet ski doing some pretty impressive flips, and
Okay.
What's your joke on this one before
Yeah.
we play it?
Don't.
just wait.
He'll have one. He thinks about it. Whoa!
All right.
This needs to be
Now that's
an Olympic.
impressive.
This has to be an Olympic sport.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Me
More
too.
than
This is better than trampoline. Whoa, that guy's doing like doubles and pikes and all sorts of stuff.
It's no Chunky Kingdom, but it's pretty cool.
Now try to get one of them fat bears to try this. Wow, that's amazing.
Next one is a guy looking for that got out of the house.
Yeah.
His mom's dog, it sounds like, and he disciplines the dog. It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
he finds it.
Yeah, walking down the street. There he is.
Okay.
Oh my God, there he is. She tracked him and said he was right here. Sure enough, there he is. We're gonna get him right now. Look at him run.
Slow down.
Look
The
at him
dog-
run.
Stop. This is not the way to catch a dog. He's peeing.
Oh, yeah,
on
it
stuff.
is.
Hey, idiot.
Buster, you're being a bad boy. Get in the car right now. In the car.
Oh, he is slunk down. That dog knows he's wrong.
Busted, Buster.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just got off the phone with my mom.
Buster
Oh my
was
God.
free and happy, and these pricks found
He
it.
knew exactly.
Yeah, it was like if Anne Frank got out for a little bit. Oh, there they are. Crap.
One
thought
more
I had
leak.
this.
Just
Buster.
labeling something.
Buster.
Oh, his whole body. Oh, it's them. It's the people who know me. Christ, I didn't know the world was this big. You bastards.
Now get in the car.
He is tail down.
Dog
He
listens, though.
Busted, Buster.
knows he's in trouble.
Just got off the
That's hilarious. His head's down. Brady, that was adorable. Now that's
Yeah.
something you could put on your little page.
There's another page recommended.
Huh?
You know how a lot of the Instagram does the same thing. They profile you. If you
Oh,
like
you've been
this,
profiled, all right.
you'll like this page.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are all suggestions.
Yeah,
Not
that's why
easy to
yours
figure out.
continues
That's
to be
where the Chunky
boring.
Kingdom
That's
came
why
up.
yours continues to suck. All your suggestions are, if you like this, you're going to like this. It's all garbage.
That's where Chunky Kingdom
That's
came
exactly
from.
right. Somebody,
That's
well,
where
if
a
he
lot
likes...
of the Brady videos come.
No. The Brady videos are good. Well, not all of them. I forgot what I said. Is this the one I sent you?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
This is the one that was in the email.
All right, let me see if this is it or not. Oh, yeah, what is this,
I
Brady?
sent you
What's going
one.
on here? There's a fish chowing down on the dong of whatever this other fish
the
is.
hell?
They called this Brady porn. It was sent to me and said, this is Brady porn. What is that thing? It's a dolphin.
It is the long-nosed dolphin.
Something's blowing it.
It looks like a smallmouth
Not
bass.
just blowing. That's
Maybe a largemouth bass.
That's gobbling
That
it.
is deep throating. That poor fish has no gag reflex. I don't know if fish do. Brady, you might.
Hopefully that looks like that fish doesn't have any teeth, which is good
which
news
is
for
always a
them.
top-notch
The dolphin.
performer. But that dolphin wang is out, and he's not going anywhere. Somebody sent this and said, have Brady tell me what these animals are. This is good for your little wild kingdom thing. Would you put that up on your page?
No, it's too graphic. I like still photos of animals that overeat. I can make a funny comment.
What was your comment for the bear?
I didn't have a comment for
I thought you said you typed something on there.
I had a schedule for hibernation.
Oh, yeah. Oof. It's like when my aunt texts me stuff.
Hibernation, picnic, good in the neighborhood.
You hashtagged it?
That's what he did, yeah. And Wild America.
Brady, you wrote eating good in the neighborhood on there. You're so canceled from Instagram.
That bear's got some good food in that area.
Oh. He's at the Applebee's. The bear Applebee's. Cancel it. Do you know how to break into that thing and just turn it off?
2 for 20.
Get Marcus in.
Turn it off. We got to get Marcus in here to turn that off. Did you hashtag eating good in the neighborhood on that?
Yeah.
Brady.
Yeah.
I don't even think they've said that since 2003. I'm ashamed of you, but I'm also sort of proud of you. It's like when people with vitiligo go to the beach.
What is vitiligo?
That's the one where your skin starts turning white, even though you're not white.
Michael Jackson.
It's like your
had
inner
a little
white
bit.
guy starts to come out.
What's a good comment on there? The big fat bear. That's the best pick of a Gilman you could get, eh?
See? That's funny. People have to make their own entertainment out of your stuff. Yeah. It's not what it's for. I'm proud that you're comfortable taking your shirt off in public, because that's essentially what this is. You shouldn't be, but you're doing it. Terrible page. Worst page. Worst page.
It's
in
brave.
history.
It's brave.
If there were Razzies awards handed out for worst pages, you'd be nominated. You'd be the Steven Spielberg of the worst pages. There you go, everybody. And it is worth looking at, because you're not going to believe somebody would post it. Really?
At Boss KUPD
Yeah,
for a
that's
good
great.
time.
Yeah, he's trying to make side money. It's Brady's OnlyFans. It's just a bad idea. I'd rather watch your OnlyFans page of you mom swapping than anything you put on there. There you go. That's your Brady Report, brought to you by Hooters and Mick Ultra. It's 98 KUPD.
Pathetic.
98
That's it. That's bonkers!
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.